Hare Krishna, welcome back to the devotional ladder and the stumbling blocks and how to overcome anarthas. Anartha means the bad things or the bad thoughts in the heart. So, when an aparadha happens, aradhana means devotion, aparadha means something that takes us away from devotion. So Srila Prabhupada said, when the aparadha offense happens, you will be taken away from aradhana. Aradhana means praying to Radha so that she may engage us in the service of Krishna. So there are four types of aparadhas. One is Vaishnava aparad, second is Nama aparad, third is Dhama aparad, fourth is Seva aparad. And the first one, Vaishnava aparad, there are four kinds. So we may try to, once we come into devotional life, try to find fault with a Vaishnava for his apparent low birth. We may say, oh, you are born in an American family, or you are born in a Shudra family in one part of India, or you are not from the right caste in India. So something or the other, one may find fault. So that's an aparad. The second is for his previous faults. You cannot say, oh, I used to know you when you were a young boy and you used to watch a lot of movies. Yeah, that may be the case, but right now this devotee is attempting to surrender to Krishna, so we should not find fault. The third is to blaspheme for his accidental fault. Once in a while, somebody may make a mistake. They may become a victim of uncontrollable anger and may say some bad words. And it's not to say that a Vaishnava is no longer a Vaishnava. No, that was an accidental fault, and the Vaishnava repents for it and rectifies. Fourth is blaspheme someone for the faults that are almost rectified. So if somebody had a fault like they were addicted to drinking, but over a period of 2 years, chanting Hare Krishna, they gave up drinking, one should not remind them of their old life saying, oh, you used to be a drunkard. No. So these instructions are given from Harinam Chintamani, an ancient Vedic text. And what to do if one commits Vaishnava Aparadh? If by chance one commits Vaishnava Aparadh, he must be given forgiveness from the Vaishnava, um, or he must be, the person committing the aparadh should go to the person against whom they committed the aparadh, hold their feet, and beg for forgiveness. A Vaishnava is very merciful, so he will immediately embrace him and say, okay, don't worry, yeah, you said something out of anger, but that's okay. And so that is the best way to ask for forgiveness. And never get angry. And even if you get angry, don't try to dominate over another devotee. Both we and the other devotee are trying to improve our lifestyle in Krishna consciousness. So we should not try to find fault. And from this Bhakti Vilasa, Hari Bhakti Vilasa, it says that when one blasphemes a Vaishnava, one loses the religiosity, whatever activity they have done in the past, the wealth that they accumulated, the fame, and even children. The children will leave home and go away, ignore the person who is an offender. And then if somebody beats a Vaishnava, blasphemes a Vaishnava, or shows disrespect, or gets angry upon a Vaishnava, and does not express joy upon seeing a Vaishnava, goes to hell. So when we see a Vaishnava, we should pay respects in the mind, with the body, and if it's a very senior Vaishnava, we should just fall at their feet and request their blessings. So in one letter, Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, he says to one of his disciples, Sivananda Prabhu, way back in 1969. And the greatness of Vaishnava, he quotes from the Hari Bhakti Vilasa. Devotees of Hari are very rare in the age of Kali. The position of devotee is more elevated than the position of Lord Brahma and Lord Rudra. The presence of a devotee at the time of death elevates even the killer of a Brahmana to spiritual sky. If a dog eater becomes a Vaishnava, then he becomes more elevated than a Brahmana. And if a sannyasi is devoid of devotion to Vishnu, he is considered to be more degraded than a dog eater. Even at the time of total annihilation, the devotees of Vishnu do not fall down. That is why Sri Hari is known everywhere as infallible. So Lord Hari is infallible, and if we are good devotees, we will also not fall down, at least not so easily. Therefore, there is no need to fear a devotee. A devotee never inflicts pain on anyone. Then one other quote, those who worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Hari are the best of all people, and no one is better than them in the three worlds. Those sinless, magnanimous Vaishnavas purify the entire creation. Therefore, they're even better than the places of pilgrimage. So, Vaishnava is a walking place of pilgrimage. Those who are my devotees are not actually my devotees. Lord Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Those who are my devotees of my devotees are my real devotees. So, servant of the servant. Gopi Varta Pada Kamalayor Dhasa Dasanu Dasa means Gopi Varta, means the maintainer of the gopis. So, the servant of such gopis, servant, servant, servant. We have to be the servant of that servant. My devotees who are surrendered unto me and free from attachment and disgust, envy and pride, sing my glory all the time. They never cause harm to anyone. They're always engaged in worshipping my devotees and eager to hear about me. They are the ones who always carry me in their hearts. So as you can see, there are 8 major quotes from the scriptures which give the importance of a Vaishnava. So never offend a Vaishnava. Mahanidhi Swami says in a poem that he wrote, the name puts you in a new frame. The name here is Lord Krishna's name, the Hare Krishna mantra. The name puts you in a new frame beyond the game of name and fame. Your mind, the name will tame. You will never be the same as your old claim goes aflame. The name will set your aim and take you to Rajadam for more and more Nama. So this is the important part of not offending a Vaishnava, because the holy name is very important and chanters of holy name